Hello everyone and welcome to the quick reads for 2024. And when I'd finished shuffling through and laying out all the additional advice cards for the year, there was one that had popped out without me realizing, and I thought, oh, that will be an excellent card for the overall advice for the year. And the card is from my Wisdom of the Tao, and the card is the Way, and it's Lao Tzu, who is of course the father of Taoism and the author of the Tao Te Ching. And the card says, you are in the right place at the right time, stay grounded, avoid extremes because your situation, could change. Abandon false praise and people will be truthful. Shun formality and people will be sincere. Forsake cleverness and people will be kind to each other. So I think that's kind of beautiful advice to start the year off on and to keep in mind all year. This is a card about cycles, about the wheel of fortune in the tarot, where if you're in a good situation now, be vigilant because that situation is going to change. If you're in a bad situation right now, well, keep an eye out because that situation is about to change, because that's the way the wheel turns. That's polarity. And it tells us that be vigilant. You can't avoid winter, but you can prepare for winter so that it is less extreme on you. You can't avoid bad situations, but you can choose how you react, and how you react is going to affect the ongoing karma from that situation as well. So I think that's beautiful advice to keep in mind. Stay balanced, stay in flow for the year. And now let's have a look at what's coming up for 2024, month by month. Welcome to the quick read for January 2024. Happy New Year. I wish you all many, many blessings and many good things for the year to come. This month, we're coming into the year maybe a little bit numb and maybe a little bit exhausted, but we always do, right? We've just been through Christmas, we've just been through the New Year's celebrations, we've had family around, it's been exciting and exhausting and all of that stuff. And the Queen of Cups came out of the tarot this month, and she's kind of here to go, let's be a little bit heart open, because I think we're probably all a little bit emotionally exhausted with everything that's going on in the world. But she's here to ask, how well are your emotions been serving you? Are you really in touch with them right now? Could you use getting in touch with your emotions to actually help you be a little bit more compassionate, or to find your trust in people? Because you could be just feeling a little bit worn down. But what this card is saying is, don't be afraid to be vulnerable and to be honest, because in doing so you kind of allow other people to do that as well. So follow your emotional intuition at this time is a really good way to go. Now, when you see mountain, I think you think, I've got to climb a mountain, this is about climbing mountains or having a challenge. And it can be, but we don't always climb mountains because we have to. Sometimes we want to climb mountains because we want to see the view of the valleys beyond and get the lay of the land, that sort of thing. So in this case, the mountain here just represents something big and strong and important. So this could be ambition, because it's about natural borders as well, mountains, because quite often they do border countries. It's about maybe pushing boundaries or setting boundaries as well. Could be about, you could be thinking about foreign affairs. You could be planning a trip to a distant place or taking one. There could be an opportunity abroad, or you could just be seeking a bigger world view. But whatever the case is, it kind of invites you to confront challenges. And here with the Queen of Cups, it's inviting you to confront challenges with your heart open. Now, the card that came out as additional advice for these two from the Wisdom of the Tao is the Release card. Release what no longer serves you. Free yourself from connections to negative influences. You are honorable and courageous. Cut those cords in order to forge new relationships and opportunities. So, altogether, one would think that this is about if there is things that you have to cut out of your life, whether you've got to walk away from a job, walk away from a relationship that's not serving you, or just a situation that's no good. Just be heart open about it, be really honest, be yourself, and people are not going to hold it against you if you've just had enough and you need to go. But this could equally be that kind of New Year's resolution of, I am going to stop that particular habit. I'm going to stop putting that food in my body because it doesn't make me feel good. Because the Queen of Cups is also definitely a feel-good queen. She's about, love in all things. And that would be love of the self as well. So this is why I call January intuition, flow, and release, because I think that we're coming into the year and we kind of need to just recoup our plan, as you just naturally do at New Year. It's like, okay, this is my plan for the year. This is what I do need. This is what has been a hindrance last year. So I think I'm going to put that aside. And it's just getting, you sort it out for the year and having that release of, I'm not bringing things with me that don't serve me. So I hope you have a fantastic January, and I hope that you enjoy the view from the top of the mountain, because I think with a clear view of where you plan to go this year, that is going to help you get along a whole lot. So just see it as getting the view from the top of the mountain, heart open, releasing all the bad stuff, and just walking into the new year with a really excellent plan. Welcome to the February quick read, and we've got this beautiful Asian scene going on because, of course, February is Chinese New Year, and this year it's the Chinese year of the wood dragon, which happens to be my year. This is the year that I was born in, so I think it's particularly wonderful for me. But, welcome to the year of the dragon, 2024. And this month, we are having a pleasant surprise. Now, the card that came out from the tarot is the Eight of Swords, and this card doesn't look particularly pleasant, does it? It's kind of about feeling maybe a little bit stuck, but it's asking you to open your eyes because you've got more opportunities than you thought you did. Don't get caught up in your head thinking there's nothing, because meanwhile you're being distracted from seeing there's something. It's an opportunity to let go of an old story as well. And again, it's that walking into the new year and leaving behind what doesn't serve you. So this card is a reminder that you create your own reality and you have the power to envision a path forward. Your attitude is going to be everything. And it always is, The Stork is the card that came out of the Leomond deck to clarify this. And the Stork stirs things up. It could be that you have to move house, or there's some sort of other important change going on. Job, relationship, you name it. It's a desire to escape and to do something different and to change, refresh your mindset, and begin a new cycle. And I think that's definitely what is going on this month. Something new and exciting is happening, and it could be quite unexpected. The card that came out to clarify these two from the Wisdom of the Tao is the New Journey card, which is fire. And it says, you have known of this new adventure for some time, and you have prepared well for it. Resonate with your calling and move forward without looking back. Your courage and determination will be celebrated. So yes, this is why I called this month a pleasant surprise, because I think that something is cropping up, and it could be something that you had to put on hold at the end of last year, and now it's kicking into gear, because quite often we do get that pause through December and January. But here in February, that plan that you were constructing in January is now starting to move forward, even though you may have felt a little stuck, because the year's always a bit slow to get going. But really, don't be your own worst enemy. Get out of your head, open your eyes, because there's definitely a very good and exciting path forward here. Big opportunities in February. Hello everyone, and welcome to the quick read for March 2024. Now, the card that came out of the tarot for this month is the Three of Wands, and as you can see, you've got a girl here on the beach and she's waiting for the sets to come in. This is a card that is all about waiting for the results of effort or for new opportunities to arise. There's clear ambition here, there's improvement, moving in the right direction. It's a card of progress and being optimistic that your dreams are manifesting. It's saying that there is a lucky break on the horizon. So if you have been waiting for things to get started, we're getting very close now, because this month, it's like, from the cards that I've got here in front of me, there's a real breaking loose happening, like I'm sick of waiting, I'm moving forward kind of vibe. Because the card that came out of the Lenormand deck is the Scythe, and it says that, events are happening very quickly. This can be an adverse card if the cards around it are adverse, but not in this case. So here it's more likely to be that the sudden change is really positive. It could be like a harvest, suddenly you pull something off. So it's saying stay alert and stay flexible and be ready to seize opportunity quickly. And that liberation is at hand, basically, and that is completely confirmed by the card that came out to to clarify these two, and that was Free Spirit, the horse. And this card is saying go for it. Signs of good fortune are all around you. You race off again fearlessly to a new level of achievement and success. Your intelligence and resourcefulness, empowered by heavenly inspiration, will take you far. Remember to take a break. So I think that if you are still waiting for something to come off at the beginning of the month, it's going to happen, and it's probably going to happen really, really quickly. Like these three cards together, it's just like I'm waiting, I'm cutting through all the red tape with this scythe, and I'm breaking free, cutting loose, racing off in the right direction. So that's what I see happening in March. I hope that it's a really good one for you, and it certainly looks like you're going to be setting off at good speed in the right direction. Hello everyone, and welcome to the quick read for April 2024. And this month, the card that came out of the tarot was the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is really good news, opportunities, money, ambitions for sort of skill and training, new career paths connected with those things. So this month you could find yourself making connections or exploring new avenues to make money, or just as far as your general ambitions go, sort of bringing your plans into reality. This girl, you can see she's holding a mandala, and it's kind of like she's activating practical magic with her desires and bringing things forth with her will. She's very confident that she's going to manifest what she wants. So it's finding practical ways to realize your dreams and bring them down to earth and manifest them. The card that came out of the Lenormand deck is the House card. So these things that are happening with the Page of Pentacles could be more associated with what's going on in your home rather than your career, or unless you are taking your career home, as in working from home. But this card is really about everything that goes on within your home base. And it's not about the garden or anything that's outside. It's all about interior and what's going on there. So it could be manifesting a solid foundation in your home. It could be interiors, as in like renovating or thinking about renovating. It's definitely a focus on your home and family, setting healthy boundaries within the home, building something tangible for yourself from home, you know. So this is where the working from home thing comes into it as well. The card that came out to clarify these two from the Wisdom of the Tao is a change of direction. And it says, a change is necessary and inevitable at this point, and it is in your favor. Your intuition has been alerting you that a change in your approach and outlook must occur. Now's the time to act, make your move. So this very much goes with the Page of Pentacles, who is definitely looking for new opportunities, new ways to bring money into the home, or working from home. I get a very strong, okay, I'm going to stop going into the office and save all that money. I'm going to work from home. It's kind of that kind of vibe. Or it could just be that you're doing some investing, and so that's all happening from home. It's got to do with reinforcing your home, all of that sort of stuff, and your living arrangements. So I think April could be a little bit more home focused. Like I said, could be renovating, that sort of thing as well. Just fixing general problems around the house or with family, setting boundaries, and getting things straightened out. So if something isn't working at home too, if you've got a problem with maybe, you know, who's sleeping in what bedroom, or you can't get enough quiet in your office, you need to swap rooms with someone, that sort of thing, that could also be going on and getting settled in April. Hello everyone, and welcome to the quick read for May 2024. Now the card that came out of the tarot this month was the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is coming to the end of a long and arduous cycle, but freedom's beckoning. As you can see, this woman standing there, she's looking off into the distance. She's looking very free and whimsical in her lovely dress there. Now there's crows above her, and those are all her worries flying away. She doesn't have to deal with it anymore because freedom is beckoning. Now she's learnt a lot. There's much wisdom has been garnered during this journey. This could be an example, like for me, around this time in May, my son, my youngest, is looking at moving out of home, and I too will be changing the situation. So this could be like an empty nest situation. That's a perfect example of, karmas at work. There's a giant release going on, and if you can just accept it and be in flow, it's going to bring in a whole lot of new things. So yeah, and then the card that came out from Lenormand deck, or the Lenormand deck, I never say that right, is the ship, and it indicates travels and rewards. This is about arriving or departing from somewhere, efforts bearing fruit, having new interests, new discoveries. It's kind of a wish card, so it's hopes materializing. So again, the empty nest thing is a perfect example that although, yes, you're going to miss your children, it's also now time you finally get your life back. And so any hopes or plans that you've had just for you can materialize now. You've got time for them, that kind of thing. So change brings improvements and it kind of re-energizes. But because of the ship as well as the Ten of Swords, it's kind of got a bit of a getaway, venture out with the old, in with the new kind of vibe. Now, the card that came out to clarify these two from the Wisdom of the Tao was the Karma card. And it says, the cycles of birth and death, action and reaction comprise our universe. Your situation arose from past karmic connections. The opportunity to create good karma is now. All past life influences are working towards a final balance. Accept what is. So again, I called this month Fly Be Free because that's definitely the vibe that it has here. But there's also a sense of really needing to just be in flow and accepting that you are where you're meant to be, which is pretty much what the card that I read to you at the very beginning of the year was about, the way and being in flow and being at one with the as it isness, which I wrote about extensively in my last book, The 12 Chapters of the Infinite Night. And this is very much that. It's being in flow and being open to new adventures and knowing that the universe is taking you where you need to go and bringing all good things. Hello everyone, and welcome to the quick read for June 2024. Now, the card that came out for the tarot this month is the Six of Swords. And this card is all about moving into calmer waters. It represents a transition from one place to another. It's help arriving at the right time, moving beyond drama, always fun, always good. A personal evolution. It could be like a spiritual transition even, or a rite of passage. It's coming through to the other side and getting to the shore and going, oh, thank God that's over. And feeling calmer and more in your power. You've got all your lessons with you. I mean, this girl, she's on the boat. She's trusting the universe is taking her where she needs to go. Actually, these birds are doing it. She's not rowing. She's not trying to steer the boat. The birds are taking her where she needs to go. So this is also about accepting help and being in gratitude for that help, because you're stepping into a better future. So you just have to trust that you are, as long as you're not resisting. When you resist flow, that's when you get problems. Okay, when you just accept what's happening, even when it's adverse, everything is so much easier in getting resolved, coming to fruition, all of that sort of thing. Now, the card that came out to clarify the Six of Swords is the key, which is great. You're getting to that other shore and you've got a key to get into the house that's awaiting you there. It brings clarity, basically, the key. It's insight. It's a breakthrough in a problem. Again, it's liberation, which we were looking at last month. Unlocking knowledge and resources, also unblocking obstacles or restrictions, being self-reliant, and it's creating the life you want to live. And I get a real sense of that at the beginning of this year, that there's changes going on, but it's changes for the better. And although change is never easy, especially for me as an earth sign, because I get planted somewhere and I really don't want to uproot. But then, there's so much fun that comes with having a whole new situation going on. And that's what I feel is really going on in the beginning of this year. So again, this is about being in flow, trusting you're going where you're supposed to be going. You've got everything you need. That's what the key is saying. Okay, now the card that came out to clarify these two cards is the Moon. And it says, you are wandering between a jubilant world of fantasy and reality. All is not as it seems. Enjoy the sensuality and sensitivity that the current energy brings. Yet the heightened emotions may not be stable, so avoid making big decisions at this time. So in the month of June, it really is about being in flow and just going, okay, well, I'm enjoying everything that's happening, and it may not be the perfect situation, but I'm enjoying it, and it's unusual, and I'm just going with the flow until I find out, or whatever, something is presented to me that gives me a clear direction in which to go. So in June, it is really all about sitting in that place of peace and focusing on the vision of what you want to come, because next month in July, it looks like it's all happening. So enjoy the peace and time to envision while you can, because it is those moments of daydreaming that construct our future. So take the time to be really clear in doing that. If you would like a private reading with me, there's various readings to be found at my store at allthingstraci.com.au. If you would like something on a more regular basis, you can join my Patreon and get either a general week-by-week reading or a private reading. You can also now buy the week-by-week reading through the store if you don't want to become a member, and that's about under $5 for about a 25-minute video covering week to week. Thank you so much for listening, and bye for now.